What does God expect from us this Yom Kippur? In our Haftarah this morning, Isaiah presents God's demands clearly. This is the fast I desire, to unlock the fetters of wickedness, to untie the cords of the yoke, let the oppressed go free, and break off every yoke. Isaiah's demands are captivating and awe-inspiring, but are they really realistic? With today's technology, we are constantly bombarded by stories about new and old fetters and yokes of wickedness, new and old groups of people who are oppressed. So how do we choose who to help and what to fix first? When we have access to harrowing testimonies and graphic pictures and videos 24 hours a day, 6 days a week, it is easy to convince ourselves that there is so much wrong to make right in the world that nothing we do will make a difference. It is easy to become overwhelmed with the choice of where to turn first and to decide that it is not worthwhile to act at all. For those of us who suffer any measure of compassion fatigue, who might otherwise choose to check out instead of act, in our Haftarah on Yom Kippur morning, the prophet Isaiah jolts us out of our overwhelm. Wake up, he implores. Today of all days, our fasting on Yom Kippur, our deep Torah learning, our daily prayer means nothing without acts of justice and kindness. Thank goodness, along with his call for a grand vision of freedom, Isaiah also suggests actions that start from home, actions that any of us can do. I welcome you to turn to page 285 of our Machzor with me and just read some of his words together in English. Cry with a full throat without restraint. Raise your voice like a ram's horn. Declare to my people their transgression, to the house of Jacob their sin. To be sure, they seek me daily, eager to learn my ways, like a nation who does what is right, that has not abandoned the laws of its God. They ask me for the right way. They are eager for the nearness of God. Why, when we fasted, did you not see? When we starved our bodies, did you pay no heed? Because on your fast day you see to your business. You oppress all your laborers. Because you fast in strife and contention and you strike with a wicked fist, your fasting today is not such as to make your voice heard on high. Is such the fast I desire, a day for people to starve their bodies? Is it bowing the head like a bulrush and lying in sackcloth and ashes? Do you call that a fast, a day when Adonai is favorable? No, this is the fast I desire, to unlock the fetters of wickedness and untie the cords of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke. It is to share your bread with the hungry and take the wretched poor into your home, when you see the naked to clothe them and not ignore your own flesh. Isaiah offers us concrete places to start. Cry with a full throat, without restraint. Raise your voice like a shofar. Each of us has a voice, whether we have a public platform like a bima or a teaching post, a regular column, or just people in our lives who trust us. We have the responsibility to speak out about topics that concern us. More simply, we have the responsibility to reprimand when we hear or see something unjust. We have the responsibility to praise when we hear or see something we want to encourage. Isaiah continues, share your bread with the hungry. Take the wretched poor into your home. When you see the naked, clothe them, and do not ignore your own flesh. Each of us has the ability to donate to or volunteer at a food pantry or a clothing closet. Each of us has friends and family who need us, whether for shelter, financial support, or a listening ear. We know them better than anyone else. We can pick up on their needs. As one of the wrongs Isaiah warns against on the fast day is oppressing all your laborers, we have the ability to support businesses whose practices we respect, to express understanding when mistakes are made, to pay wages fairly and on time, and not to take out our own unrelated frustrations on the person standing in front of us trying to do their job. As verse 9 calls for the banishment of evil speech, each of us has the ability to watch what we say, to take a breath first before we are about to engage in gossip or a biting comment, and ask if what we are going to say is about them and not us. We pause to ask ourselves if the outcome of our words will really, truly be worthwhile. More simply, each of us has the ability at the most basic level not to be cruel. Even starting with the very simplest of Isaiah's demands, the prophet introduces us to ways in which each and every one of us has a chance to make an impact in the world around us. When we do not know where to help first, we start local, with the conversations in which we find ourselves, with the people we see each day, with our own family, our own community. In Letters for Life, a book honoring Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson, Levi Shmotkin summarizes the Rabbi's simple outlook on beginning to help. And I shared this too a couple months ago. There are people around us in every city and circle who need financial assistance, getting set up with a job, a loan to buy a home, help with covering medical bills, and so on. Others might need emotional support, companionship to dispel loneliness, a listening ear, a mentor to help fight an addiction, or simply to be seen for who they are. Still others can use spiritual help in their existential journey for meaning and faith in a turbulent and confusing world. Some might ask for help, but many will be too ashamed to reach out. Those individuals deserve even more compassion. We don't need to get creative to travel abroad to make awkward cold calls to find opportunities to help. A little sensitive reflection on our extended family, friends, and neighbors will usually open our eyes to those who can really use assistance. In this world with so many people in need, each and every one of us has a network of people and a variety of skills, unique and interests unique to our lives. Each and every one of us is equipped to help in unique ways that will absolutely make a difference. When we start out with the people and the needs right in front of us, the difference we make becomes palpable. Here in the Dallas Metroplex, starting small, acting local can mean donating to or volunteering with any number of local organizations, Jewish Family Services, Network of Community Ministries, or one of our local food banks. NCJW, the National Council of Jewish Women, has an incredible array of volunteer opportunities, assisting with literacy, navigating family court, teaching healthy lifestyle practices, and more. And I know we have several members of our local chapter right here in this room right now. Each of our local school districts has their own volunteer needs as well. For the politically savvy among us, acting locally can mean becoming active in local government, attending town halls and council meetings, writing postcards and making phone calls. Helping the needy in our community can also mean seeking out those going through similar experiences as we have, or advocating for issues for which we have special expertise or interest, wherever those in need may be located. When we are overwhelmed with places to help, we first look for the places right in front of our noses, and then for the places in which we, as the unique individuals we are, can make the kind of difference no one else can. When we start small, we get a better sense of the helping energy that will inspire us to eventually reach beyond our immediate community and out into the wider world. As Ben Azai teaches in Pirkei Avot, hurry to perform a minor mitzvah just like a major one. Mitzvah goreret mitzvah. One mitzvah leads to another mitzvah. When we start with small, tangible actions, and when we see the comfort and the joy those actions give to those around us, we teach ourselves that our actions do really make a difference. From the networks we form in helping those around us, we meet others who may be involved in bigger projects on a statewide, national, or global level. I'm honored to be a part of this community in which so many of you are involved in these local and regional and national organizations. Just speaking to one of the people sitting next to you, you may learn about an organization you didn't know about that you would love to be a part of, a cause that you would love to be a part of. From helping individuals one-on-one, too, we may meet other individuals or communities who need our help. We may find a passion in volunteerism or advocacy in an area we didn't even know existed. I think about my time in Shreveport, Louisiana at the very beginning of the pandemic, that moment in time when people of all faiths and backgrounds were confused and scared and hurting. At first, as a project of the local North Louisiana Interfaith organization, our synagogue volunteered to become a mask distribution center when there were not enough face masks to go around. Through speaking to individuals from the different faith communities that came to pick up masks, clergy from the various distribution centers learned what the needs and concerns were of those struggling with our new normal. Through our network of clergy, we learned about the resources we could use to help our congregants with those needs. And through that network, we were able to build educational resources and programs with the Louisiana Department of Health for individuals of different religious backgrounds to address questions and concerns when it seemed to some that healthcare and vaccine policies came in conflict with their beliefs. We started local within our individual congregations. We created a community between our congregations, and then we ended with actions that influenced individuals across the state. I hope that those who received the material and educational resources were able to share those further for an even wider reach. We start with those around us, with sharing, as Isaiah says, your bread, with taking the wretched poor into your home, clothing the naked when you see them, and not ignoring your own flesh. After adding mitzvah to mitzvah, we eventually make our way to Isaiah's demands of unlocking the fetters of wickedness and untying the cords of the yoke. We make our way to personal reward. Then shall your light shine in the darkness. Then shall your gloom be as noonday. God will guide you always, slaking your thirst in parched places and giving strength to your bones. You shall be like a watered garden, like a spring whose waters do not fail. Last week on the second day of Rosh Hashanah, we spoke about the uplift we can garner from realizing that what we do matters to the people in the community around us. As the 19th century Eastern European commentator, the Malbim, teaches us, when Isaiah speaks about satisfying the afflicted soul, nefesh ne'ena tasbia, it's not just talking about the material act of feeding the hungry, but also the spiritual act of feeding our own soul. By feeding with the material, with food, we are also nurturing our own spirit of giving, our own ability to recognize the treasure we each bring into this world, and the practical wisdom that comes with putting ourselves out there to give all we can. Malbim makes it clear that Isaiah's light to come is not referring to some sort of spiritual messianic future. It's talking about our reality in this world that we live in right now. Right now, if we help where we can gain the self-confidence to be able to recognize when God is guiding us, when we are making the right decision. We will know intuitively where we can go to slake our thirst, and we will have worked towards building a family and a community and a society that will take care of us when we are the ones who need help. By helping locally first, we build a family, a community, and a society that will take care of those we love now, who will be around long after we are gone. Last week on Rosh Hashanah Day 2, I offered a different quote from Levi Shmotkin's Letters for Life. There's a certain allure to thinking we don't have the possibility of change, personally or communally. In surrendering to our present condition, we relieve ourselves of the work that is required to progress. Despair can thus be relaxing, excusing us from the effort that growth demands. As Isaiah implores us, we are not free to relax into our despair, to fast and put on sackcloth and ashes and declare that we do not know what to do and leave it there. Yes, the sackcloth and ashes are crucial. Our world does need a whole lot of help and change. And the first step to that change is recognizing that it is necessary. As a response to that need, however, as we are bawling our eyes out at the massiveness of our local and our global need, Isaiah also reminds us that we have the power to contribute towards that change and fulfillment. Isaiah challenges us to start helping in whatever ways we can, to both acknowledge that our world does need a lot of help and to convince ourselves that we each are the ones who can make that help happen. Gemar Chatima Tova.